Welcome to this edition of Question of the Week, where I take a question from you in the audience regarding dating, relationships, woman attraction, masculinity, and I answer it here so you know what to do in the future. Okay, so this question comes from Fabian, who lives out in San Diego. He's 32 years old. So his question of the week says, how do you approach a group of women that have closed, in brackets, using their bodies in a Salem sacrifice circle with 3 or 4 of their girlfriends? So I'm guessing the image here is like there's 4 girls, they're all holding each other's arms in a locked circle. And how do you approach that group? So I'll tell you in a moment. I'm even going to show you an infield demonstration of what you're looking for. The first thing I would ask is like, why do you ask that? Number one, are you even able to consistently approach a girl who's just by herself? Some guys they can easily approach a girl by herself, but when it comes to the groups, they get intimidated. Is there a strategy that can be helpful there? Absolutely. I'm going to share one with you. But if I see a bunch of 4 girls with their arms all interlocked, like, are you even doing it because like you genuinely want to go speak to those girls, or is it like some cool like video game challenge? Sometimes these questions almost are like guys who are like sitting at home, like imagining scenarios. Like, what if there were 4 girls with all their arms interlocked? What would you do then? And it's like, okay, there's something you could do there, but is that the problem in your dating life right now? Is that your genuine issue? It's like every time you see the girl you really like, she's interlocked with 4 other girls and you don't know how to go in there. To me, this kind of smells a bit like mental masturbation versus like this is a genuine issue that you have. The second thing I'll say before we jump into the infield is, I'm telling you now, a mentor once told me, like, whatever we think the problem is usually not the real problem. So when you ask guys, like, what's the problem in your dating life? The guy's like, I just need a game plan. Like, I just don't know what to say. But like, how many hours of dating advice have they watched on YouTube, on social media, yet they don't know what to say? They bought all the PDFs, everything, but they don't know what to say. Like, no one wants to be like, yeah, I'm just really scared. Because that's the answer 90% of the time. The what to say thing is almost the easy part. But when guys, especially with groups of girls, it's like, I'm scared. I'm scared to get rejected from one girl. So if I'm talking to 4 girls, it feels like I'm getting rejected by 4 people at once. It amplifies the feeling of rejection times 4. So, like I said, if you're still battling with like feelings of scared and rejection talking to one girl, don't even worry about groups of 4 girls. It's like it's too far away from you. Okay, so enough kind of prepping the scene. Let's actually get into some solid advice. So a couple things I'm doing whenever I'm approaching a girl, whether it's one girl or a group, the thing in my mind is like, I want to establish myself as the leader of the group. Okay, I'm here to lead this group. If it's one girl, cool. In this unit of 2 people, I am the leader. When I'm talking to 3 or 4 girls, in these 4 girls, I am the leader. If I'm talking to 10 girls, which I'll show you an example of, I am the leader. Okay, that is what we're going for here. So if you just walk up with this, like, I'm scared. Oh my gosh, the group of 4 girls. It's like you're done. You shouldn't be leading anyone. Okay. So as soon as I'm going in there, I want to command the whole group's attention. I personally don't like just like talking to the one girl on the side, unless it's a group of like 8 girls. Some of them are talking and it's like these smaller groups. But if it's like 3 or 4 girls or like 10 girls, like ideally if I just go in there and show I'm the leader of this group, then I can just choose the girl I want and the attraction's going to be so much easier. So number 1, establish yourself as the leader. Number 2 is move some emotions of the whole group. That's one of the ways to communicate value. Wow, this guy can make us laugh. This guy seems interesting. Before I've even started speaking to the girl I like, it's already like, okay, this guy already seems cool. We don't really know him, but he seems cool. So let me give you an example of this, because you can ask any mojo on the internet here, what's a way to approach a group of girls? And everyone will throw in their 2 cents, but how many of them are actually doing it and doing it effectively? So let me show you an example. I had like 3 or 4 of these. I'll use more of them or show more of them in an upcoming infield breakdown that I do on Thursdays. But let me just show you one. And I was like, okay, let me choose the biggest one that's out there. So this is a group literally you're about to see. I don't know, there's maybe about 12 girls. They're all sitting down here. It's kind of like this bar, cafe, restaurant, but also like accommodation. So I don't know if they were staying there or what was going on. But literally, I'm going in there. What did I say? Own the group. Show that I am the leader of the group. And then from there, I can move forward. So I'll give you a couple examples of this. Let's have a listen.
I was just walking past and I saw all of you guys here, and I thought you guys must be from Europe. Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, I'm going in there and I'm just doing a basic cold read. It's my favorite way to open. I was just walking past and I had to say, you guys all look like you're from Europe. And they're like, like it's a collective organism. They all laugh. Whether you get it right or wrong actually doesn't matter that much. But what's like the energy you're showing up in when you're actually doing it? And they're like, yes, okay, cool. Well, now you need to keep leading the interaction forward. You can see all these faces at me. Most guys can't handle that pressure and tension. It's like, oh my gosh, everyone's looking at me. Am I doing well? It's like, this is where the groundedness comes in. One of the things I like to teach, I learned from a mentor, Umrapani, is the idea of containment. That's guys' real issues when it comes to groups. Not like, well, what do I say? It's like you get all frazzled and you're not contained. I'm contained even though there's 28 eyeballs looking at me. I'm the fucking calmest person in that whole group. That's the most important thing.
Yes. All from the same country. Germany, eh?
Okay, see, so everyone's laughing now as well. I'm establishing myself. This guy's value. He's moving our emotions. I'm establishing myself as the leader of the group. So I'm not going to go through all of this. It does get pretty interesting at the end. But I just want to show you a couple extra spots. I'm like still trying to guess stuff here. I didn't need to do that much of it, but
I can't just guess the whole time. She looks like the mom of the group, isn't she?
So what I do now is like once you open the group and they're like, hey, you're not a weird, creepy guy because you chill, calm, you can make people laugh, you can move women's emotions. Now I don't just want to stand there and be the funny dancing monkey. Who's the girl that I find the most attractive that I'd like to talk to? So I say, oh, she looks like the mom of the group. So I'm singling her out with like a bit of a tease, and now I can move the conversation forward.
Hey? Is it true? You're the mom of the group. You look after everyone. What's your name? Daniela. I'm Daniel.
See, sometimes the universe throws you a bone there, you know? I'm like, oh, what's your name? She's like, Daniela. I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, this is going to go down well. I'm like, hi, I'm Daniel. And then the interaction kind of progresses from here in very interesting ways where I mainly talk to Daniela and then more things unfold from there. But as you saw there, just like I spoke about in the example, who's the leader of the group? Everyone's looking at me. I'm commanding attention. Why? Because I'm contained. I'm grounded and I can pierce with my attention. I'm moving emotions. Look on the last Infield I posted on my Facebook. It's an example of me moving emotions, and I go into deeper how and why that's happening. So be contained if you're going to approach a group. Get everyone's attention in the group, move those people's emotions, and then start talking to the girl you like. By the time you start talking to the girl you like, this girl's like, this guy's a badass. He came over and spoke to us. He made everyone laugh. He had everyone's attention, and now he's speaking to me. That's why I actually prefer talking to girls in groups, because you can raise the attraction before you even start speaking to her. Versus if it's a girl just one-on-one, she kind of knows what's up as soon as you walk over there. So, Fabian, I hope that answered your question. We will see now if the issue was really like, I didn't really know what to say versus I was just fearful. Because if you still keep having this issue, and I'm not just picking on you, a lot of guys will have it. It's not that you don't know what to do. It's that you're scared. And we've all been there. I was scared too, talking to girls. But I think it's a good fear for men to overcome in our masculine journey. I think it's a big part of a man's initiation today. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in next episode. If you have a question of the week that you'd like to submit, send me a message on Facebook or on the email below, and say question of the week at the top. Write your question, and I will maybe choose to answer it. Bye-bye.